focusing actually on my first CD.
Okay.
I'm very, very proud of what's happening, working with some really good people like Rachel Grace on violin, and I'm also working with some people that perform with groups like the Swinging Deacons at the Hollywood Bowl. Seems like everybody in my group has played at the Hollywood Bowl except me, and I'm getting ready to remedy that right
That's
now.
awesome. And you do lots of cover stories at the Hollywood Bowl. I know that. You go there,
I
right?
do. I go there a lot. For example, the Playboy Jazz Festival is coming up, and a group called the New Jack, I believe it's the New Jack Jump Blues is going to be on it. And we did a story on it, and everyone's cross-referencing the story on the Scoop LA, so I'm very proud of that.
Yeah. I know. You were telling me that you have like all these Twitter hits now because you did that article on the Playboy Jazz Festival, right?
Yes, you know, and that's amazing cool to me. You know, when I talk about free publicity, you can't get any better.
Well, but you know, you did a good article. So, and that's why, you know, I wanted to write for Scoop LA because I liked you and admired you, but also then I get publicity too.
Well, you do awesome stuff. Like, first of all, like your book is amazing. You know, I've read it cover to cover twice,
thank you.
And it always inspired me. So I'm very, very happy and proud to be
you.
Here on your show. And thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you. Well, I know you're a well-known musician, and you're the publisher of the Scoop LA, which has been around a long time.
It has.
And it's very popular. It's so popular that a good friend of mine, who's very well-known fitness guru, Amanda Russell, I remember she said, I was looking through the Scoop LA, and I can't believe you're a writer of the Scoop LA, and I want to be Miss Scoop. It's been a dream of mine, and then you made it happen, remember? You made it happen for her.
And it's funny, the Scoop started in 1967. It was actually ran by a guy named Jim Shields.
Okay.
And Jim Shields actually taught me everything like about the publishing business, because we were, I was working on the newspaper when we used to paste it up on boards and that kind of stuff.
Wow.
But of course, like now, everything is like the internet and very technologically based. But back then it was the old-fashioned way. So Jim taught me everything about the business, and he gave it up in 2007, and I took it over after that. Now, Scoop is like a very historical African-American publication that's been around like in the community. Everybody asks, well, what happened to it? Well, I'm letting you know, everybody, it's still around. You can visit on www.thescoopla.com, and you can also see Kim's writing on the website, and tune in because we really do positive stories on people you should know.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stories, and you go deep and you get into inspirational stuff, unlike some of the gossipy things out there. You know, you make it really meaningful.
Absolutely. We don't do gossip or innuendo of any type. You know, first of all, we don't have any lawyers who like to take care of that stuff. but we don't do any kind of gossip and stuff, because first of all, I come from old school journalism. You know, journalism, you don't talk about people's personal lives. You talk about what they're doing, their contribution to society and that kind of stuff. Right now we're in a big time tabloid age, which like to me is a little bit tragic, you know, because I want to just tell positive stories like about people that are doing fantastic things.
Yeah.
And I think that there needs to be more publications that do that. So, you know, might not make as much money as like I like, but like every time you come to the site, you can read something.
It's meaningful, yeah, and it uplifts you, just like the show, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then as a musician, what made you? You're so amazing as a musician.
Thank you.
And I know you play in a lot of places in Hollywood and interesting clubs and different places, and for charity a lot as well. What made you go back to music, and what's been some of your experiences?
Well, actually, I had a writer that actually worked for me named Deidre, and she was a very pretty lady, fantastic lady, and she heard me play a number of times. Unfortunately, she passed away of cancer, and before she passed away, she sent me an email saying, you know, Buddy, you should be playing all the time. You're really a musician. That's what she said. So David Harrison Levi, who actually is a cancer advocate, he put on an event for Deidre, like a tribute show for her. And I said, on this show, I'm determined that I'm going to play. You know, I was thinking about Deidre, was very sad about her passing.
Yeah.
You know, so the show actually did two things. Number one, it was a tribute with the LA City Council was there, and they gave a plaque to her family, and it resurrected my musical career because I was determined that night. You know, I had a lot of passion in me.
Yeah.
I was determined that night I was going to play the show of my life.
Ah.
And I did. As a matter of fact, actually, the band that was scheduled to be behind us, we were so good that they refused to go on.
Oh my gosh, they were intimidated.
They were very intimidated.
And this was Hollywood, right? Or
this
Beverly
is
Hills?
Hollywood. This is at a club called the Falcon in Hollywood.
Okay, so that's hard to do in Hollywood, so that's giving you some props.
It is, and I'm very proud of being back. And like when you've had a long layup, you wonder, can I really do this? And then like when you get the response of the people and you see it's very positive, encourages you to go on. And I do it for a reason. I think God gave me the opportunity, like two reasons, like to send this message out. Number one, I can send a positive message through my publication.
Yes.
And number two, I can do it through my music and what I write, and those kinds of sensibilities I hope can change a little bit.
Of course.
If one person changes, then I've done my job.
Yeah, I know you do regular stuff in especially Hollywood area, Beverly Hills, stuff like that.
Yes, actually we're planning a benefit for the Union Rescue Mission. Last year we did a benefit for a children's hospital. We want to make sure that every time we do an event, that it benefits some kind of charity.
That's nice. That's admirable and a good example.
Well,
so make sure you advertise that on Scoop LA.
Absolutely.
Can you play something? I haven't.
Oh,
You know, it's funny.
to.
When I got that little clip you sent me, I remember a long time ago I said that reminded me of Prince, which is a big compliment from me because Prince is my favorite of all time, and so I want to hear you live now.
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, I'm going to start with something. A lot of people know me musicians know me for playing jazz. So I'm going to start off with a little jazz piece, and then, this is a very short jazz piece.
Okay. Your face too, because you get so into it. It's inspiring. That was cool.
What I sent you, I think, going. Anyway, a little sample.
That was awesome. Thank you so much. I have one last question.
Sure.
Okay. Your dream, if tomorrow somebody called you and said, we want you to join our group, our band, our musician, whatever, who would be your dream person to ask you that?
Wow, that's a tough question, man. It would be Buddy Sampson and Friends.
No. You gotta pick a.
I gotta pick somebody. Rolling Stones.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. Okay.
Rolling Stones. That would be a fun group.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then, you want it because you would get all the girls.
True that. maybe I can get one through this interview. I don't know.
Hey, You never know. You're a great guy. So.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much. That was so much fun. Let's go play some more.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm totally with it.
All right,
Thank
cool.
you, Kim, for having me on your show.
Yeah,
I really appreciate
thank you for being here.
You know, it's such a pleasure. And keep up the great work you do. You do fantastic work.
Thank you.
All of the fashion that you've seen here on the show, worn by Kim Somers Egelsee and some of the guests, have been provided by Detour. To find out more information, go to detourstyle.com.